This is your renaissance. This final quarter of the year of the snake is meant to challenge you, to really ask if you are ready to evolve or repeat. And so the things that are coming up right now are not here to intimidate you or to make you feel like you are taking a step back or that you are regressing or that you are even standing still, because it's the opposite. You are being pulled back in preparation for you to slingshot forward, because this level of inner work that you are now on, whatever it is that you experienced in the last few weeks that just passed, were a huge turning point in your life. And there's no doubting that at this point. It's not like you're seeking alignment with this future self. You are now in the embodiment of that future self that you have been creating. You are making these choices that are aligning you. It's like course correction right now, because you may have been so caught up in the whirlwind of existing. And it's 111 right now as I'm looking at my timer. Like, this is the ultimate transformation. This is you choosing yourself. This is you stepping into your confidence. This is you following your intuition relentlessly and actually letting it guide you. This is you making difficult decisions that you know ultimately are for your highest good. This is you not being afraid of your darkness. This is you not being afraid to follow your path, to create your own lane. This is you reminding yourself of your power. This message is to remind you of your power. It never went anywhere. You never lost it. This is just a remembrance. This is a homecoming. 2026 is truly going to be a year that you step up and step out in a way that you have never let yourself before. But with the 7 of Cups, 7 representing inner strength, if you notice, not all of these cards have good, quote unquote, good options. You are going to have options, but this is a time for you to be picky. This is a time for you to use your discernment and not need outer counsel to influence your decisions. It's only you. This is only you making decisions. This is you calling the shots. And there might be things that come up like shiny object syndrome, or do you get what I'm saying? It's certain things that are going to come up that are going to be tempting, but they could possibly keep you where you are, or they might not be the most aligned for you. So this is now a time for you to learn how to trust yourself even more, for you to be so confident and have such an unwavering faith within yourself that you are never actually off the path. You have never been off the path. You never were off the path. You were never out of alignment with yourself. But with the Star reversed, it's like, what am I doing? It's like that you're in this phase of questionings deeply, like wondering if the decisions you have been making are even getting you where it is you want to be, or this is a period of refinement, of repurpose, all the re's, of like reintegrating, recalibrating, wondering how you can strengthen your connection with Source, which is your connection with yourself. But with the Star reversed, it's like this feeling of the mirror is foggy, where it's like you're up. What I'm seeing is like a lot of questioning your path, questioning where it is you're going, because maybe you're in the darkness and you don't see any light, where you're still willing to walk forward, but it's kind of like the looking for the walls to feel some sort of comfort. You could be wading in the darkness of these waters and feeling the discomfort, but for some reason you're not turning back. For some reason, that doesn't feel like an option for you anymore. You notice that you've gone way too far, that there's no turning back at this point. There is literally no turning back. And we have 2 tens here. We have the 10 of Swords and the 10 of Wands. And the Knight of Cups on the other side of this deck. This is you releasing yourself. This feels like this feels like such an autonomous period of time where you're recognizing that certain things they just can't come with you. Certain things you need to let go for the sake of them just being heavy. You might feel like you're at your wit's end with handling a certain situation, or something's just not worth your energy anymore. But I can see that there's a part of you that feels, wow, like a sense of grief. But still you move forward anyway. It's like I see you being baptized in the divine at this period of time where you're being dunked underwater repeatedly. You're being dragged down to the bottom of the ocean to face the inner depths of your soul, the dark truth of you, the ugly parts of yourself. It's like, but none of it really is ugly, but it's your darkness. It's you becoming more acquainted with your own darkness and not shaming yourself for your past experiences or for having the feelings that you have. This is like, I'm firm in how I feel. I have my own back. It's you not negotiating so much with your emotions, but recognizing that there are certain behaviors from yourself, but also behaviors that you were tolerating from others that were keeping you in a perpetual loop of a cycle in which you are now breaking out of. But as you grow, it's natural for you to outgrow certain people, certain places. And if you know the crabs in a barrel, crabs in a bucket metaphor, I might be butchering this, but it's like when you are starting to ascend, others will try to grab you down. It's a lot of that. And we have the Magician. This is you at your core. And the High Priestess beneath that. The High Priestess and the Magician is like the utmost alchemy. This is you turning your pain into art, into fuel, into more creativity. This is you befriending your darkness and using it for your benefit. This literally, turning lead to gold is alchemy. You are turning your darkness into light. It's yin and yang. Right now you are in a yin season, which is the ebb versus the flow. But this is like the season in which you become sharper. Whether you're someone who practices your own divination or whatever it is you do. This is the season of when you go deeper. So I know that it can be uncomfortable right now, feeling like, where am I going? What am I doing? It feels like nothing's happening, but it's because there is so many different things happening behind the scenes. It's happening beneath the surface. The roots are growing deeper, so you can then branch out and blossom. But it might feel like just wondering when, wondering how, just wonder. That feels like the essence of this reading has been like, just you're deep in your thoughts, you're deep in wondering, you're very introspective at this period of your life. This part of your journey is almost humbling you in a way, reminding you to turn back to the simplicity of your own practices, going back to the basics of, it's not even basics, but it's like how you're following your intuition. The Two of Cups in the reverse. I would like some more clarity on that, because I'm curious to know if it's like, is this a relationship? Interesting. We have Justice and the King of Swords and the Emperor in reversed. Okay, hold on. That's a lot of cards. So the Two of Cups in the reverse next to the Justice. Whatever relationship in your life that ended recently, a friendship, maybe a job that you were at for a long time. I'm also hearing something with a family member has gone through a massive change this year. It could be like an actual ending of a connection. But more so, I find you finding justice for yourself, you not needing permission from somebody else anymore, you not trying to force things anymore, you not trying to change someone anymore. This is a part of the darkness in which you're facing that you might have not noticed before, but that's the gift that is this incubation time that you're in. It's like the justice that you may have the way in which you're taking things into your own hands is by calling your energy back to you and moving forward with your life and not being so caught up on needing to make someone understand you or make them feel how you felt, how they made you feel. I see you not needing approval. And that's your own form of justice. It's like you don't need that other person to be on your page anymore. You might have been unconsciously trying to bring someone to your level to come with you, to see things the way in which you do, trying to make someone be where it is you are in your journey. This is like a huge pivotal moment for you because it's a reminder that your journey is uniquely yours. And that's such a simple truth, but this message is to remind you of your own truth. Not to try to bring others to meet you where you're at, as much as you want them to evolve with you. That's not your choice. Someone else's evolution is entirely up to them, the same way yours is up to you. And if that means when you take a step back or see things from a different angle, as a relationship, a scenario, a situation, whatever, a certain person, once you are finally accepting the truth, you may find that you don't want to be in that space anymore. We have the King of Swords and we have the Emperor both in reverse. The King of Swords in reversed. I feel like you know that the decision you made was ultimately for your own betterment, but you're still feeling bad about your decisions. It's like you know that you did what's best for you, but there's still a part of you that is used to people pleasing, that is used to being more malleable. And now that you're finally standing more firm within yourself, you're like uncomfortable choosing yourself. And the Emperor in reverse, though, I feel like you might have handled something in a way you're not necessarily proud of, but you're okay with the way things went regardless, because you stand on what it is you said. But I could see that it's leaving you feeling like you didn't handle that as your best self. You didn't handle it from a grounded point. And I see you struggling to forgive yourself. Kind of struggling or feeling like you took a step back. I feel like it's like you questioning how you let yourself unravel so much. And that was the humbling point. That was the point in which you realize that this journey is never ending. You know what I mean? It's like your reminder that your spiritual journey is a lifelong journey. It's like you knew that. Your self-love journey is a lifelong journey. You knew that. But this, again, is your reminder. And that's what I was saying when I said go back to basics. It's like, not basics, but basics. Let's meditate on self-love. Let's write down affirmations. Let's write down what it is we're letting go of and what it is we're bringing to the forefront to embody. things that are already within us, but we're bringing forward. It's like you don't have to like create something new, pull something out of yourself, force yourself to be a new way. It's more so bringing qualities that are already within you forward to embody that and be from that point. So with this, it's like, and what did we start with? The Death card and the Sun. Exactly. This all is coming back to your transformation, because do you see that new level that it is you're at? If you're not able to articulate it, it's like you feel it. You feel the shift. You feel the way in which you're approaching things differently. And you might not have a new opportunity to express the ways in which you see you have changed yet. Does that make sense? That was kind of hard for me to say. It was like, you feel, it's like, sorry, let me try to put this together. With the reversal of the Emperor and the reversal of the King of Swords, you seeing your own humanness and giving yourself grace for the ways in which you show up at times. Giving yourself grace for, like I said, not always showing up as your best self. But that's a part of your transformation. It's not like, yes, choose better. Always try to be better the next day, the next go around with things. But this is more so like accepting all parts of yourself. That level of grace is deepening. It's like learning how to accept all of you, even the parts of you that doesn't show up as your best all the time. It's like that part of your darkness that's coming up. Your self-love. How much do you criticize yourself? How much do you not let yourself let things go? Because it's awkward and you might fear that now someone sees you as that way when you are a multi-dimensional being. You are multifaceted. Like, you have all these different, it's like a kaleidoscope of emotions within you. And it can be uncomfortable for someone to have a certain experience of you, and now they just carry that with them moving forward through life. And so that's coming, like, bringing everything together. That's what it's like when we close the loop of not needing approval, not needing permission, not needing to be understood. It's really uncomfortable, but a part of you is going to have to just let people think what they think. Just let people have their thoughts about you without needing to prove your point. Not needing to prove yourself, not needing to be accepted, not needing to be understood. Is it nice to be understood? Absolutely. But this is about not forcing things into place, not forcing the narrative, not forcing anything, not forcing life to be a certain way or someone to be a certain way. This is about you calling your power back to you. You realizing that you let it leak out of you when you're so focused on something being the way in which you want it to be. Let's take a step back and embrace the everythingness of life. So this darkness that you're in is a gift. It truly is a gift. Because now you get to know yourself on a deeper soul level than a majority of others ever do this work in their life. Truly. A huge portion of people don't ever face themselves in the way in which you do. Whoever it is that I'm speaking to, you already know that you're different. You know that you're meant to be more than what it is you currently are. And you are already on that path. You are already in this journey forever. But this is the part where you already are leveling up. But it's not always like boom, 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 green light, opportunity. It's like the nitty gritty part where you face your self-doubt. You face your humanness. You face your darkness. You face the feelings of inadequacy that are in the background of your decisions, of your confidence. It's like, this is the season where you boss up, because 2026 is a year of bossing the fuck up. But this is the prelude. This is the part where you gotta break away from the things that are holding you back, and that it's not something for you to go and search for it to happen. But when it comes up and you feel the resistance to choose different, but you see that you have an opportunity to choose different, what are you going to do? That's where the alchemy lies, in your ability to choose otherwise. And that can be both internal and external. How you deal with others, how you spend your time, how you allocate your energy, your resources, but it's also your inner world as well. How do you speak to yourself? How do you judge yourself? How do you nurture yourself? It's like the work that you're doing on the inside, this specifically, this time right now, is what is going to have a huge impact. Like the decisions you're making now have a huge impact on your decision always. Like, you are always manifesting at any given point. It's not about saying things. It's about aligning energetically. Like, you can do something, but that it's about the inner world. It's about how you feel. You can't trick source. You cannot outsmart yourself. So it's not about, like, do you get what I'm saying? Like, you could do a good deed and hope that you receive something nice in return, but because you're doing, like, okay, you're fulfilling the act, but it's about the energetics. Does that make sense? It's about the part of you that is like, because I'm doing a good deed, I want something in return. Like, even if you're not verbalizing that and you're still following through with the task at hand that you think will generate good karma, source is going to respond to you energetically, not by the task you're doing. So this is, again, this season of your life is like, how do you show up? How do you show up? How do you act? Who are you energetically? Who are you when you're not performing? This is the part where you clean the mirror. This is the part where you admit the truth. This is the part where you boss up and know that this is your launch pad. This is the time that changes your life completely. It is literally do or die at this point. Evolve or repeat. I know you're sick of repeating certain patterns or being in a similar or same situation that you were in the past. You've outgrown it. And because you're doing the inner work, things are just aligning externally. You don't need to hyperfixate so much on making things fall into place. This is more so like attuning your inner world so things will fall into place as a byproduct of your own alignment. This is the time where you sharpen, but it's okay if you feel like reclusing and conserving some energy and keeping to yourself, or letting go of certain dynamics, or choosing differently, or just being more recluse so you can tune into yourself. That is natural. And I think that this is the time that really changes everything. So we'll keep doing the work together. We'll keep going inward. We will keep going inward, because next spring, whenever it is you see this video, within the next few months, your life is going to look completely different than the way it does right now. It is going to look completely different, because the way in which you are aligning yourself is actually setting you up for your highest good. It's actually setting you up for success. So this inner work you're doing, just keep going. You are quite literally on the right path. You are already in the timeline that is your most fruitful, your most abundant, your most fulfilling. It's not like you need to seek that timeline. You are already in it. So this season is not meant for you to harvest. This is for you to tend to the soil. You already planted the seeds, and now it's time to tend to the soil, because when you go pick the fruit, overflowing. Absolutely overflowing.